Welcome back, Crusaders. I'm Cooper Smith, bringing a special edition of Crusader Nation news to you this Thursday morning. As many of you know, the annual Quiz Bowl is set to begin next Monday, February 12th, and each of your houses has set their respective lineups, 5 starters and 2 alternates per family. The current house point standings are as follows. Dignitas in first with 222 points, Gradia in second with 176, Virtus in third with 172, Caritas in fourth with 168, Gaudium in fifth with 149, and Temperentia bringing up the rear with 138 points. Finally, boys and girls, Quiz Bowl 2024 bracketology breakdown brought to you live by 2 of the best in the business, Mr. Welby, Mr. Talk, on prayer and study sides of the bracket. Take it away, gentlemen.
Thank you, Cooper. Welcome, Mr. Welby, to 2024 bracketology breakdown.
Welcome, sports fans, as we're going to break down all of the tournament live right here over the next few minutes as we get set for Quiz Bowl 2024.
A little different than last year. Last year we had picked seeds. This year we had tried to space these guys out evenly just to have an even chance for everybody to get to the final. So a little bit different look, but we get the chance to talk more about the kids this year.
I hear you, and a little frustrated with some of the schools that feel like, or some of the family times I feel like they've really earned a much higher seed. Seeds are out the window. We're matching them up head-to-head here this year for Quiz Bowl 2024.
Absolutely. As we say, all things equal coming in here. So just a quick start here. Friday, big reminder, brackets are due. Those will be with your adult leaders come family time on Thursday when you guys are watching this. And then we're going to rock and roll and get right into Quiz Bowl starting Monday, and it'll go through the entire month of February into March. So a lot of Quiz Bowl ahead.
Beautiful. Love it.
So let's start off with
Tournament
our first round bye here in the prayer division. We have Jowers Eckerd from House Caritas.
Already a little controversy over why they draw the first round bye. I think there's some question as to how that happened, but nonetheless, Mr. Talk, you did it, so it's on you, buddy.
The pocket is greased. That's all I have to say.
Hey,
so
all
we are
right,
good to
let's
go.
Share some of that with me.
Lots of good stuff. So get the first round bye. Our first round matchup in the prayer division will be Schlinkenmeyer versus Eichmeyer Nero. Should be a good one.
Yeah, right away you notice on the Schlenkenmeyer team, Camille Ramo, what a great return there in her senior year, her final campaign. Is this the year that Camille Ramo pushes Schlenkenmeyer across the finish line in Quiz Bowl 2024?
I mean, if somebody's going to do it, it's going to be Camille, right? The other side of it, we have Strong Hirsch, assuming that he's not, absent for a club meeting or something like that. If we throw this in the fashion realm, Lena Hopper's golden. So that ought to be a good matchup. That second round game is going to be Wilson Farwig from House Gaudium versus Schellert Hammerschmidt. A couple new teachers this year.
Yeah, really going head-to-head here. Excited to see what this brings about. A couple of really strong competitors on this team. This one might come down to the alternates. Let's keep an eye on that. I think alternates really a strong play here. If you look at that Schellert Hammerschmidt team, having Gabby Kiradana and Josh Forrest, that's a really strong alternates coming in. Not to mention they start off with Leo Summers, maybe one of the more entertaining folks in the tournament this year. He'll be a fun one to watch.
Absolutely. Him and Ben Delitsky on the same team, Fire and Answers. Prime time.
Look out, baby.
Prime time.
Look out.
All right. And then moving on, our last first round game here, our next first round game is going to be Johnson Say versus Hampton Schlinky. So we have a Virtus versus a Gratia matchup here.
Yeah, once again, a great early round matchup. These folks, if they're going to go the distance, they've got to go from wire to wire. There's no free pass for either of these teams if they're going to make it all the way to the championship of Quiz Bowl 2024.
Lots of new faces on those teams, so that should be exciting.
Yeah, some great one. Let's point out the silent assassin, Caden Huff. He's going to be representing Hanel Gerard and House Dignitas. I wouldn't mess with Caden Huff. That guy, he's quiet, but he is a genius.
Absolutely. And they get the bye, too, so he's going to be able to kind of, get a sense of what's happening and come in swing in round 2.
Yep, they'll get set up for a good matchup.
And moving right along, the last first round game, but that's not a bye. We have Zonas Hayden Caritas and Keller Lipinski from House Gaudium. Couple heavy hitters here. So I don't want to pick favorites, but if I was a betting man, Zonas Hayden is going to go far.
Okay. What leads you to believe that?
I mean, Aaron Lynn is special. He's a high flyer, high achiever. Luke Russell is a trivia Quiz Bowl titan. Unbelievable. Knows all kinds of stuff he shouldn't.
I kind of feel like you made that entire thing up, but whatever, we're going to go with it.
Absolutely not. And then we have Rylan Jones and Dorothy McMillan on the other side. And I think Dorothy could surprise some people.
Yeah, I would think so. I think it looks like a good first-round matchup. You think they can go the distance? I think they've got a long road ahead of them, but we shall see.
We shall see.
That'll wrap up the first round and second round matchups for the Prayer Division, commonly known as the East Division in the NCAA tournament. Prayer here today. Let's move on to the study bracket.
Moving right on to the study bracket, we have a Seeker Murphy bye that first round. So Mr. Shadow, Mr. Klassen, Miss Stewart get a little rest before we hit it hard. And then we have a Philip Sater Caritas, Lewis Hobbs Gennady Gratia throw down.
I tell you what, that's an awful lot of names in one matchup.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I don't know if I can even spell it, let alone pronounce it. Good job, Mr. Tak.
Thank you. A lot of big ones there. We have Jurgensmeyer on the bench. Interesting decision, right? Especially early, but she could come in late and help out.
Loaded team, though. I mean, check it out. Sam Borgmeyer sitting right in the middle of that group. I think that's going to be a really tough team to contend with for House Gratia. They've put together some nice teams here.
They could absolutely get some points on the board this year.
The dagger for them is that second round matchup. Whoever comes out of that first round matchup draws Seeker Murphy. Ben Klassen, baby. Ben Klassen. Has he ever not made it to a final?
I don't know that he hasn't. I think he's been there every year. He's a guy that I'd want on my All-Star squad if I was picking him. Not that we have that yet. Moving on, though, we have Long Brannock, long history of success in this, versus Winkleman Peters. The interesting thing with Long Brannock, we have some big names, St. Dominic names, but they're youngins. So they are fresh. So we'll see what they have to do. We have a Candlebinder, Bellardi. Bellardis are always good at the Quiz Bowl.
Absolutely. But do you wonder if the inexperience plays a factor in this early round contest? I don't know. It's a second round contest, both teams with the bye, so they automatically advanced to the second round, and we shall see. I do think experience is going to factor in, particularly early on. As the tournament carries on, one would think that the kids will settle in and everybody will be ready to go. But these early round, managing the clock, I just think it's a critical early contest for these folks.
We could have a Kyle Nurnberger first round surprise for sure, and that would be upset city. So moving on from them, we have Hogan Nielsen versus Holzem Kibler, a Virtus matchup. As I said before, I did my best. This was the fourth iteration of the bracket. Lots of big names in these two groups here coming at it.
True. A lot of entertaining, too. I mean, check it out. You've got Jackson Meyer and Nate Steed for Hogan and Nielsen. That's a strong team there. If nothing else, it'll be entertaining. Let's put it that way.
They cover all the topics. There's not quite that much that they would be failing to know information. Jill Johnson on the bench, so
absolutely.
We have that side coming
out
as well.
Out there. And if you look at Holzem and Kibler, you've got Ava Diebling, you've got Sophia Bezdek, the freshman, coming off a state championship in golf. I mean, you play the hot hand, don't you?
Absolutely. Veteran presence on the bench. Little Matt Ducharme, Adrian Wolkoff. Watch out. Here we go.
Agreed.
And then we got our last first-round matchup in that study division after the Schmickens-Outman bye, and that's Goins Markway versus Mr. B, Mr. Small, and Coach Groening. That should be a good one.
Really should be a good one. You look at these competitors, really strong. Nathan Donnelly coming off of the triplets there for House Dignitas, should be a strong competitor. Loaded team with Goins and Markway. Look out, folks. There might be some fires to put out. That could be one of the best early round matchups on our Quiz Bowl bracket.
On the entire docket. You can't ever count Callie Knott out. She's terrific.
Oh, my goodness, no.
All right, moving right along here, our last bye of that, Schmickens, Outman, Gratia. We got TJ Battle, Cohout coming in. Liv Langsdorff, first year she's in it. She could surprise people.
Senior presence, though, veteran, been around now, her third Quiz Bowl here at St. Dominic, so look out for her. And once again, check out that bench. Should they need to go to their alternates, it could be deadly. The question is, during Quiz Bowl, will Will Hartman wear his backpack? I'm betting he does.
I'm with you. If I'm a betting man, I'm
Put
taking
your money
those
on
odds.
wearing the backpack.
Absolutely.
Good work, Will.
All right.
That was definitely an entertaining 10 minutes. Thank you both. Just a reminder, students, tallying points begins tomorrow. 5 points guaranteed and 15 points in total up in the air for the best bracket. We will pick up live for the second half of the bracket, community and service, tomorrow during family time.